It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The Firebirds wearing some gold tonight to honor, of course, Nolan Henderson and his son Grit, who has been fighting that battle for quite some time and is in much better shape now than a couple of years ago. I know it's been an ongoing thing here, Craig, at Free State. It's been such a great story, and we've gotten to know Grit, and it's good to see him out there. They ran on the field together, and he had a big smile on his face, so good to see that.
Have you ever seen any picture of Grit where he's not smiling? He might be the happiest kid I've ever seen.
And he's been through more than most people will go through in their lifetime.
Yep.
With what he's been through, and I know his dad, many miles on the road, getting up to the hospital and all hours of the night. He'd be here for a football game. He'd leave, drive overnight, then be back again for work on Monday. So glad the Firebirds can honor them tonight on Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Firebirds wearing the home. Those black jerseys or those dark green, Coach?
I'm going with black.
Okay, I think they're black with some green on the shoulders. Then, of course, they've got the yellow stripe. And then Gardner Edgerton Blazers tonight wearing the white jerseys with the blue numbers. And is that a quick moment of silence?
As far as we know.
They caught us off guard? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they did.
Well, let's move along here. Let's talk about these two teams. Firebirds come in at 2-1 on the season. Craig, we saw them week 2. You've seen them all 3 weeks, so knocking off with Shawnee Mission Northwest 49-21, then Shawnee Mission South 49-14. The quick hiccup last week against Olathe North 21-7. Meanwhile, for Gardner Edgerton coming in 0-3 on the year, but the Blazers just might have played the most difficult schedule so far in the state, falling to Mill Valley 35-14, losing to O North 48-0, and then a nail-biter last week to Olathe South 34-30. Not sure 0-3 really tells the story of this team.
No, it really doesn't sound like it. So if anybody's looking at the record and thinking this will be a pushover tonight, I suggest that they think again, because they're certainly a capable football team coming in.
Firebirds going to get the football first to Jesse Owen, season number 1 at Gardner. If you're familiar with that name, it's because Coach Owen was at Eudora for a year. He spent a lot of time at Olathe North as an assistant and comes to the Blazers this year, year number 1. We are just about ready to go. It's the Firebirds and the Blazers, week 4 of the high school football season. Dash Cleveland appears standing back at his own 4-yard line. Jake McClure set to kick things away. Beautiful night, week 4. Sometimes we're kind of getting to that time of the year, Craig, where not every night can be beautiful on a Friday night, but a short kick here away from Dash Cleveland, and is that fair caught just inside the 20 at around the 17 by Wesley Edison. So the Firebirds will take over, first down and 10 from their own 17-yard line. That'll bring Jet Deneen and the offense back on the field. And last week, they didn't throw it a lot, but if Jet did throw it, he threw it to Jordan Brown, right?
Yeah. Brown now with 12 catches on the season, coming into last week's game with only 3. So Jordan Brown had a big game, and I've been looking for that because, as we know, he's got a history as an outstanding high school receiver. And so he had kind of a breakout game last week.
As I mentioned, at Baser Linwood High School a couple of weeks ago, he was dynamite, had 70 or 80 grabs last year. I know Rod Staubaumer's team likes to throw the football an awful lot. And here, before we even get the first snap, a penalty flag. They know I'm back, Craig, after two weeks. We did this 2 weeks ago.
We did.
How many flags were there? Longest game ever. What time did we get home?
I don't know, but I think you used all your fingers and toes.
And I'm missing a couple. So first down and 5 from the 22-yard line. The Firebirds will keep it on the ground here. Spinning away, staying on his feet to the outside. That's Dash Cleveland. Runs over a tackler across the 30-yard line. That's a first down and a nice start for Free State.
Boy, I like that run. He spins out of the tackle, then makes a move out to the edge, puts a shoulder down, initiates contact with the tackler, gets extra yards after it. Plant your foot in the ground, get your shoulder pads upfield, and keep moving forward.
Tay Ware now into the game, standing back there in the pistol with Jet Deneen. 1st and 10, back to the ground. They'll hand it to Tay, and he is going nowhere. Going to be a loss of 2 as he's dropped by a host of Blazers behind the line of scrimmage.
That play just didn't look right from the beginning. I thought it looked like the timing was off just a little bit. End result, loss of 2.
So second down and long. Firebirds need the 42-yard line for a first down. Clock rolling at 11:03, first quarter, first possession. Third play, Deneen looking to that left side, trying to find Jared Willits, and that pass is off target, incomplete. Jets on the season, 5 of 11 throwing the first game. He was 8 of 12 the second game, 9 of 17 last week. Gives you kind of an idea of how many times it's third-year head coach Kevin Stewart has put the football in the air so far this year. Jet, of course, has done most of his damage on the ground. He'll throw it here on third down. Looking out to that right side. Ball is caught. Going to be shy of a first down by about 5 yards. That's Jake Patchen.
Well, really, that's what the Firebirds were trying to get done on the last down, just kind of a little possession route to get some positive yards. So here we go now, 4th and about 4. Firebirds lining up to go for it.
Jet with the hard count. Blazers do a nice job of not jumping off sides. Play clock down to 18, so plenty of time here for Kevin Stewart to make a decision. We'll see if the Firebirds will actually snap the football. It's 4th and 4, first possession from Free State's own 38-yard line. And they will snap it, and the quick kick coming from Deneen. Blazers expecting that, making the fair catch at the 33-yard line. And that looks like Eli Blasik making that fair catch for Gardner Edgerton. So the Blazers will get the football for the first time tonight, and just one first down for Free State on that first possession.
Well, the Firebirds tipped their hand just a little bit. Jet lined up as in a normal position. Then he backed up a couple of yards to give himself a little extra room to punt. Still, though, a good idea. And Gardner Edgerton taking over just short of their own 40.
So the Blazers getting the football for the first time tonight. We'll see the old flex bone from head coach Jesse Owen. This team will not throw the football very often. You're going to want to keep it on the ground, and the misdirection, keep an eye on who gets the football. McClure goes from under center, then backs out to get a new signal from the sideline. And on first down, they'll hand it to the first man through, who rumbles forward for about 5 yards. And a nice carry there from Carter Dewey.
Really nice push by the Gardner Edgerton offensive line there, getting the Firebirds back on their heels.
And he'll pick up 6 yards on first down. It'll make it second down and 4 from the 39, needing the 43 for a first down. Again, back under center for McClure, and Dewey the one man behind him. They'll hand it to him on the left side now. He's got a first down and a couple of more up to the 45. And again, 1st and 10 for the Blazers. 2 carries, about 6 yards a carry. That's a great start if you're head coach Jesse Owen.
Boy, Blazers running the ball with attitude right there. Again, that front line of Gardner Edgerton getting a good charge, getting the Firebirds back on their heels.
This reminds me of Lawrence High circa 1990 Pickett, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or even back a few years for Shawnee Mission East.
Mm-hmm. So a 1st and 10. Trailblazers from their own 45-yard line. McClure, little option this time, pitches it out wide, and a nice play by a Firebird, and this will be a loss of a yard, maybe 2, or maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. But for the first time, the Blazers trying to go wide on the short side of the field. Not a lot of room over there, and it will be second down and 10.
Well, we didn't catch the number, but Firebird defender coming up on run support really disrupted that run, and didn't wind up making a tackle, but really should be credited with making the play.
So second down now and 10. Man goes in motion. Back to the basics here. Dewey again straight forward, but Free State ready and waiting. They're going to drop him for a 1-yard gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. It's 3rd down and 9. First 2 plays didn't look like the defensive line got off the snap real quick. That one looked very different.
Well, you don't see this very often. This is offensive formation. The linemen are ankle to ankle basically. They've got 2 H-backs, if you will, in tight just as well. So there's a lot of blocking right up front there.
Two wide receivers split wide to the right side. They'll pitch it to that right side on the run. That's Lucas Anderson. He's dropped by Quez Lee. Going to be shy of the first down by about 5 yards. Will bring up 4th down and 5.
So I think we see their attitude, 3rd and 9, not even a thought of running the football, just a nice pitch play, picking up about 5 yards. And so now they're in position to go for it here on 4th.
Yeah. We'll see if the Blazers try to do what Free State did maybe initially, and see if we get the Firebirds to jump off sides here on 4th and 5. Right at midfield. McClure steps back out, looks to the sideline. Sam Stroh over there for the Firebirds holding that 4th down sign right on the 15. They'll call a timeout here, and I don't think the Blazers are going to go for it after this. 7:02 here in this first quarter, but similar starts really, Craig, for these two teams.
Yeah, trying to get a little footing and get their momentum started, but both teams coming up short with 4th down, 4th and more than you want to deal with in both instances.
I'm kind of with you, too. If this was like a 4th and 3 from the 48 of Free State,
yep.
I think this is probably another handoff to Carter Dewey and something similar, and maybe you give it a go. But 4th and 5, if you punt it here, you're going to really pin the Firebirds probably back deep in their own territory, and if they're going to score, then make the Firebirds go the whole length of the field.
Yeah, you're right. If it was 4th and 3, I think it's right in their wheelhouse from this spot on the field, but probably just a little outside their comfort zone. So here we are with the Blazers in punt formation.
And so Jet Deneen back to receive the punt, standing at about his own 17-yard line. It's one of those sidewinder punts away from Jet, bounces at the 18. He tracks it down inside the 5. Jet needs to make a move to the 10, stays on his feet, gets back to the 13, maybe the 14, and that's where it'll be 1st down and 10 for Free State. But a great punt from Gardner Edgerton, and really maybe a nice job of tracking it down safely for Jet Deneen, but I think he should have let that one go into the end zone.
Yeah, punt returners have those rules about the 10-yard line.
Put your heels on it, right?
Put your heels on the 10-yard line. If you got to back up, let it go.
And that one a little bit different. He couldn't clearly catch that one on the fly, but anyway, and to the point of Gardner punting that, I think great situation. You pin the Firebirds back deep, and if Free State's going to put a drive together here, it's going to be an awfully long one. So 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll get it back to Dash Cleveland, and he is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And a nice tackle that time. Dexter Carr, the nose guard, steps up, and that's a huge loss. Back inside the 10.
Yeah, that is a big 4-yard loss, and maybe looming a little larger just considering where the Firebirds have the football right now. 2nd and 14, just outside of their own goal line.
Dash Cleveland standing back now on the 2. One man in motion. Snap goes to Deneen. Little play flake. He rolls out to that right side. He's got a man, and that one's incomplete, intended for Manny Apelli, and if he catches it, he's going to rumble awfully close to the 1st down. A little roll out there, bootleg play, and Craig, it looked to be open.
Yeah, you like the action. The play is moving left, and there's kind of a little counter move by Jet, and he rolls back to the right. So, and then Manny slips out into the flat, and really should have brought that ball in.
A little high, but that's one that Manny at 6'6". I'm sure if he had another chance at that one, he'd tell you that he should have caught it. So 3rd down and awfully long now for Free State, and the Firebirds will take a timeout here, their first of this first quarter. 6:06 remaining, quarter number 1. No score here at Free State. As we mentioned, Firebirds coming in at 2-1, Gardner coming in at 0-3, but I think from what we've seen so far, that 0-3 mark, as we thought it might be a little misleading with the opponents that the Trailblazers have faced, and I clearly think that's the case so far.
Well, you got to like their attitude, the way that they've come in to play football. It's very physical, very aggressive. Offensive linemen love to fire off the ball and run block, and so they've got, they've got those real tight splits up front. And so with that ground game, they can really establish the tempo that they want. Defensively, they've looked pretty good. And, of course, the big tackle for loss on the first play of this possession for Free State. And now the Firebirds facing 3rd and 14. Probably a good timeout right there. Let's make sure everybody's on the same page. We know what we're doing from this deep on the field and on this down and distance.
3rd and long, Calvin Clements, Ty Newhouse, Tyler Gorley, Will Young, and Caden Leonard, the 5 guys up front, and they'll need to do a great job here. Little quick out. They'll throw it out to Jared Willits. Willits tries to make a move, picks up a yard, maybe 2, but it's going to be 4th and long and a punting down for Free State. Just a little quick pitch out, and then he had to make a quarterback miss, couldn't do it, and credit Gardner defensively on 3rd and long.
Well, and really nice pursuit as the Blazers maintain their pursuit angles and get several guys to the football. Now they are set up for great field position.
Absolutely. Free State punting out of its own end zone. A low one that hits at the 35. A nice roll. Getting it across midfield, and the Firebirds will down it at the Blazers 48. So the Blazers don't go for it on 4th down. Kick it to Free State. Hold, and basically Craig get the football exactly back where they were. Instead of 4th down, it's a 1st down.
So they play that traditional field position game right there. And some might say, well, conservative play, what have you, but right now they're setting up in great shape. The score still 0-0.
Yeah, super early. 5:28 remaining. Quarter number 1. Gardner and Free State. A little Sunflower League action tonight. And the Blazers back on the field and ready to go with senior quarterback Jake McClure. 1 wide receiver split out wide to that left side. They'll fake the handoff up the middle, pitch it out wide.
Oh, my.
There's a big hit. Kyle Oatman on the carry, and a couple of Firebirds there to lower the boom right at the line of scrimmage. Is that Jet Deneen over there? It's like Cooper Jackson there as well. And so here's the deal. Free State feels like that Gardner's going to run it almost every time. Gardner wants to run it.
Yep.
But you got to pay attention, right? Because sooner or later, there's going to be a pass play in here.
Absolutely. There's a couple of guys lined up in those tight wingback positions that look like pretty potential receivers to me.
And maybe here is one of those pass plays. Looking long, man down that left sideline. Ball is caught inside the 20, over the shoulder catch made by Lucas Anderson, and a huge play down inside the red zone. 1st and 10, Gardner Edgerton.
Boy, this reminds me so much of what Shawnee Mission East was doing several years ago. Run it, pound the ball, and then a little play action. They slip a guy out down the seam and hit for a big play just like that.
Yeah, Lucas Anderson just sprinting down this that left sideline. That's his 11th catch now, I believe, on the season. So 1st and 10 in the red zone, and Gardner's got things working now. First quarter, 4:26 remaining. Dewey, another handoff off that left side, right over the left guard, and is going to get 6, maybe 7 yards. Craig on 1st down inside the 15, close to the 10.
Momentum is wearing white right now, and Gardner Edgerton is feeling it.
So 2nd down and 3 from the 11. So the best news for Gardner is here you pick him another 4, 5, 6, you get a 1st down and goal, and you're only going to have to get 5 or 6 yards for it. And keep an eye on number 32. Carter Dewey's done most of the heavy lifting so far for the Blazers, and he'll get another carry here. There he goes. Dewey inside the 5, dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Gardner Edgerton.
Well, never mind picking up the 1st down. The Blazers just say, we're going for 6. Impressive run. Impressive job blocking, and some impressive running by Dewey as he carries a couple guys into the end zone.
So the Blazers strike first. McClure in for the extra point to try to make it a 7-0 game. And that kick is on the way, and it is good. And just like that, Blazers strike first. It's 7-0. Let's take a timeout. Free State trails Gardner. Hershiser with you here on a Friday night, week 4 of the high school football season. The Gardner Edgerton Blazers striking first here at Free State. 7-0 score thanks to Carter Dewey's 11-yard touchdown rumble. And the kickoff here will go into the end zone, so Free State will get it first and 10 from its own 20-yard line. But Craig, so far, Free State's run all of its plays way down here on the right end of the field.
Yeah, it's a tough start for the Firebirds right now. What's been missing so far in this game, and actually last week too, with maybe a couple of exceptions, that big play ability that we've seen from Free State the first 2 games of the season. So, if they can pop a nice run here or maybe a big pass, that'll get them going a little bit.
We haven't really seen Jet Deneen get loose yet. We saw a nice run to start the game from Dash Cleveland, and here's maybe the first rumble for Jet, and he'll pick up 2 or 3 before being tackled by big number 54 linebacker Dawson Williams. So a pickup of maybe 3, and we'll see how much Jet runs with the football. A little banged up last week, I think, maybe a little injured groin defensively. You may remember the play, you saw it, and so while he's clearly good to go tonight, he may not quite have the explosiveness that we're used to.
Yeah, we'll see if he has that burst.
On 2nd down and 7, here's Dash trying to pick his way on the right side of that line, and he'll pick up 3, 4, maybe 5. Going to be 3rd down and 2. But Dash following Will Young, Tyler Gorley off that right side, and really kind of taking his time, trying to find a hole before the burst. But a big 3rd down here coming up for Free State. Firebirds with just 1 first down so far in this quarter, and we've played a little bit more than 9 minutes. And they'll hand it off, and boy, that's going to get the first down for Dash Cleveland, but he worked hard for it.
Yeah, again, the timing I thought was just a little off. That mesh point for the handoff didn't look
smooth.
Yeah, it really didn't look very smooth, but still Dash made the most of it. And again, just continuing to move forward.
1st and 10 from the 32. Deneen to the air, looking long, over the shoulder catch, and that ball is caught. Dynamite catch on that far sideline. It's Jordan Brown.
Look at that. He goes up and catches that against pretty good coverage, really.
Dynamite coverage.
Yeah, so
perfect pass.
There's 3 guys who all did their job just right, the quarterback, the receiver, and the defensive back, and Jordan Brown comes down with the catch.
30-yard strike to Jordan Brown. It's a first down. Firebirds to the line quickly. They'll hand it to Cleveland. He'll try the left side this time and pick up 4 inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
I continue to talk about Dash Cleveland and his growth as a running back, and we see it every game. And you know what, tonight I'd like to see them just pound the ball with him and see what he can do.
Well, Dash gets a breather here. Tay Ware back into the game. Pelly is the man in motion. They'll hand it to Tay. Nope, Jet's going to keep it. Took it out of there right on the left side, and there is nobody there. Jet Deneen will walk it into the end zone from 34 yards out. Touchdown, Free State.
There's that big play ability that we talked about just a few minutes ago. Beautiful misdirection in the backfield, and Gardner Edgerton completely fooled. Jet Deneen had his way all the way to the end zone.
Pulled it perfectly. It looked like Ware had the football. Jet held on to it. He pulled it out literally, took 2 steps to his left, and Craig, there was nobody out there for Gardner Edgerton.
Nobody there. Beautiful play.
So a very quick answer for Free State. And we are tied at 7. The extra point is good, and that was a little more than 2 minutes. The touchdown from Gardner came at the 3:49 mark. The Firebirds answer at the 1:44 mark, and what had been a pretty sluggish, slow-moving quarter has quickly changed here in West Lawrence.
Well, here on that last drive, steady running by Dash Cleveland. Big pass play from Deneen to Jordan Brown, and then, of course, the misdirection and the run by Jet Deneen into the end zone. So, what a really nice answer to the Gardner Edgerton touchdown, because I really felt like the Blazers really issued a challenge with that last drive of theirs, and I think Free State had to look around and say, okay, well, who wore their big boy pants tonight? Because we got to get something done.
And those drives very similar. Each had a big pass play.
Yep.
Neither team's really done much passing yet. Just kind of been slugging away, handing the football off, and then both teams scoring on a really nice running plays.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we'll
game on.
Game
on. Let's go.
We'll get a look at
this got real fun real quick. Not that 3-yard handoffs weren't a lot of fun our first 4 possessions, Craig, but this is way more fun so far.
Yeah, certainly more to talk about.
So Free State set to kick it off. Gardner Edgerton get its first kickoff return of the night. This one taken inside the 10 by Anderson. He'll run straight ahead, and the Firebirds do a nice job in coverage, bringing him down around the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Blazers with 1:42 remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, we need some more big plays and have some more to talk about because, as you mentioned off air, like Charles Dickens, I'm getting paid by the word. So.
Should see the abacus he's counting them up with over here. Craig just sliding the marbles over one by one.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Hey, you were on campus today, right? Filling in?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how'd class go today?
Oh, class is smooth. Oh, are you kidding me? It's gorgeous.
They're not, I mean, when they get you as a fill-in, as a substitute teacher, this isn't just, you know, I mean, this is a professional. How many years did you teach?
34.
How many did it seem like?
All 34.
Blazers are going to hand it off on first down. Going to pick up 2, maybe 3. Another handoff there for Dewey. We've seen that play a few times. And somebody, Gardner, kind of hopping out of there. Who is that? Limping around a little bit. Looks like maybe one of the linemen, Dawson Williams. Those 5 guys up front: Blake Moore, Evan Norris, Ethan Whitley, Dawson Williams, and Will Schuler. It's your starting offensive line for the Blazers. 64 seconds left first quarter. Second down, we'll call it 7. And they'll hand it off again. Straight ahead, a yard, maybe 2. And maybe 3 or 4 up to the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. And just a big pile of bodies almost immediately after the handoff. And not a lot of room there, but again, credit Dewey for at least falling forward.
So,
and you got a manageable down here on 3rd down.
I'm going to make a bet and say that you're going to call Dewey's name quite a bit tonight.
Came in with more than 50 carries for more than 200 yards in the 3 games. And if they'll hand it off here, this will likely be the last play of the first quarter. McClure steps back, play clock down to 7, down to 6. Gonna have to snap it quick. He gets the play off, and oh, that handoff was not clean. And then a flag comes out, and this play never happened. It's going to be a false start on the offense. And so I think when McClure stepped back there and then restarted, and then the handoff was almost a fumble. There was nothing smooth about the reset there when the teams went back to the line of scrimmage.
So if you're a possession and ball control offense like Gardner Edgerton, with the big play mixed in, to penalize yourself into 3rd and long is just a bad situation.
From 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8, and that is how we will start quarter number 2. We've played 12 minutes in West Lawrence. Free State and Gardner Edgerton tied at 7. Number 2, if you missed the end of the first quarter, you missed an exciting finish. Touchdown by Carter Dewey at the 3:49 mark made it a 7-0 game. Then Free State answered a little more than 2 minutes later thanks to a long run from Jet Deneen. And then on 3rd and long here, the Blazers are going to pick it up. Running out wide to that right side, and I think that's Lucas Anderson. He rumbles across the 30 to the 35, and the Blazers will move the chains.
So remember what I said about penalizing yourself into 3rd and long, what a bad situation that was? Forget it.
Yeah.
Just never mind.
And we heard from head coach Kevin Stewart early on our Lawrence Shirt Factory coach interview, and he knew this team was going to run the football. Free State prepared for that, but it's hard to mimic what Gardner Edgerton does because nobody else does this anymore.
Yeah.
And so trying to prepare for this in just 3 or 4 days becomes very difficult. 1st and 10, a very short gain here on the handoff. Again, big thanks to Lawrence Shirt Factory for getting that information from Coach Stewart.
Well, I would think it'd be difficult to prepare for just in terms of their scheme, but also just in terms of attitude and understanding that you're going to get pounded every time, every play, because that's how they're lining up. They want to make a statement every play.
So 2nd down now and 9. McClure. Little inside handoff. That's to Anderson. Yeah, pick up a couple, but another 3rd down and long situation. So Firebirds doing a nice job on 1st and 2nd downs. See if they can't get a stop here on 3rd down.
That was a nice job there by that interior of the defensive line with a little help from linebackers, because with Edgerton running a little motion, for misdirection, people had to, just remain assignment sound and control their gaps. So really good job there by the Firebird defense.
Brian Lane, Ty Newhouse, Anthony Lewis, Caden Thomas, your front 4, and they're ready for another run. We'll see. We've seen one pass so far tonight from Gardner Edgerton, and it was a good one. See what they do on 3rd and 7. Another handoff, going to be close to a 1st down. That's Carter Dewey. Boy, he is just like a bowling ball rolling at you, and this one's going to be awfully close to a 1st down right at the 45. And it is. They just gave it to him, marked it ahead. And so that's the 2nd time, Craig, now in a row on 3rd and long. It was 7-9, and Gardner picks up both of them.
And they do it on the ground.
This is what we do. Try to stop it, right?
This is what we do. And, yeah, exactly. This is our identity, and this is how we're going to play. So, you got to kind of respect that.
1st down and 10. Clock continues to roll. Tie game here in the 2nd quarter at 7-7. Another quick hitter right up the middle. Going to be a pickup of about 4. Another big pile there right in the middle of the field, and I think that's Carter Dewey. Going to hear, as you mentioned earlier, number 32's name a lot, 5'10", 185-pound senior. Take a quick look here at our injury report brought to you by Advent Health Medical Group, primary care at Lawrence, formerly the Family Medicine Associates. We mentioned everything pretty good for the Firebirds. We'll just keep an eye on Jet Deneen. A little banged up last week, but he looked pretty good on that 34-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
And a handoff here on 2nd down and 6 across midfield into Firebirds territory. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3. What are you guessing here? Another run? Why not? You did it on 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 7.
I'd go with the pass right here with the idea that you can run it for a 1st down on 4th if you want to.
2 downs to get 3 yards? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm saying.
All right. We'll see.
What I'm saying. And how about this? How about throwing the ball to the wide receiver? Because he might be getting a little bored right now.
He's real bored. Do a lot of blocking in this offense. There's Anderson in motion. He doubles back. McClure now looks to the sideline. 3rd down and 3. They'll hand it to Dewey. Spinning, and he stopped. The Firebird stopped him short. A yard, maybe 2. Ty Newhouse in there on the stop. But as you mentioned, I don't think there's any question that Gardner Edgerton will go for it here.
Yeah, I may have just kind of tricked myself into believing this, but I think their splits got tighter on that last play, if that's even possible.
And if it could get even tighter here, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think we're going to see any wide receivers on 4th and 1.
Look at this.
From Free State's 46. Blazers need 1 yard. Dewey in the backfield. Anderson in motion. Quarterback will keep it. McClure dances on the right side. Picks up a couple of yards, enough for a first down. Free State claiming that maybe they have the football. It's a fumble. Is there a fumble? Who's got it? I never saw it. But apparently there was a fumble, and Free State came out of there with it, and the Firebirds have it at the 42. Boy, I looked up, and the football was already in the officials' hands.
That ball must have come out late. And as I'm watching, I thought, what a good play call. The quarterback keeps it. He ducks in behind the running back.
Kind of turned his back, too, to push forward, and somewhere coming and getting tackled, the football got ripped out of there by a Firebird, and Free State has it and stops the Gardner drive.
Well, we'll have to wait until the Firebirds watch tape to find out who caused the fumble and who recovered it.
So Free State now with the football, 7:28 remaining in this first half. Deneen hands it off. Dash Cleveland falling forward for a couple to the 44-yard line. But what a huge play, the first turnover of this contest. And, boy, that was looking like a classic Blazers drive. You picked up a 3rd and 9 and a 3rd and 7, both running the football. You had picked up a 4th and 1. It was going to be a first down, and then the mistake.
Yeah, they were looking like they were able to do everything they wanted to do until the fumble.
2nd down and 8. Penalty flag down, looking for a Pelly who makes the grab, but they're going to call this play off, and Free State got started just a little bit too early. So instead of 2nd down and 8, it's going to be 2nd down and 13.
Well, we talk about penalizing your way into unfavorable downs and distances, and so here the motion play, 5-yard penalty, but it puts Free State behind the sticks. Now it's 2nd and 13.
Football back inside the 39. Deneen going to throw. Lots of time. Now the pressure comes. Rolls now to his left side. He's got some space out there. Jet's going to keep it. Gets one block and gets to midfield. A penalty flag comes from 30 yards away.
Wow.
Close to a first down and a nice run from Jet, but boy, we'll see what the flag is. And it was thrown from about the 25-yard line going towards the end zone and comes all the way out to midfield.
Nice arm.
Got to be an illegal block over there. Maybe a block in the back.
I think so.
It's right in front of the Gardner bench, and it had to have happened right around the place at the tackle.
Firebirds are walking back. That's a pretty dramatic call.
Yeah, there's 2 flags down. There's another one back at the 25-yard line. So is that the holding call? So that's what it is. And so this is going to mark the football.
Whoa.
It was 2nd down and 13. Free State started this drive at the 42.
Yikes.
And this one's going to go way back. So they're going to put it now close to the 33. I'll be honest with you, I kind of thought it was going to go back farther because Jet had run way backwards to get that play started. Either way, though, it is 2nd down and a long way to go. Free State needs to get to the Blazers' 48-yard line, about 2nd down and 20. So we'll see what head coach Kevin Stewart wants to dial up here on 2nd down and long. Dash Cleveland standing back there with Jet. They'll fake it to him. Jet gets away from one tackler, rolls out, fires downfield. That pass high and incomplete, looking for Jordan Brown. And nice coverage that time by Glover, number 23.
Yeah, good coverage, good pressure on the quarterback. You know, you get Jet out and moving, which, you know, makes him dangerous, but also he doesn't get a chance really to plant his feet and throw. Really what you're trying to do is pick up enough yardage maybe to get in between the sticks so you can have a decent 3rd down opportunity, but now incomplete pass, and we're back to 3rd and, well, the scoreboard says 3rd and 19.
Football at the 33, need to get to the 48 of Gardner. So the Firebirds load them up, 3 wide receivers on 3rd and long. Deneen on the quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got some room. 40, 45, 50, first down. Jet on his feet to the 30, cuts back. He's still going. Jet Deneen inside the 20, inside the 10, racing for the pylon. Touchdown, Jet Deneen. Are you kidding me? 67 yards. An incredible run from Jet Deneen, and the Firebirds turn a 3rd and 19 into a touchdown.
And that looked like a designed quarterback draw, Kevin. And it looked like, I don't know what they're hoping for, just to get decent yards and then give themselves a chance for a 4th down, but Jet turns it into a long touchdown. Paul McCartney would be proud.
The cutback along that sideline over on that Gardner side, and then cut it back, and a couple of Blazers had a chance to get him. He broke those tackles and then literally scored in the pylon on the Firebirds bench side. Not only did he go 67 yards, but he covered the entire length of the field side to side. An incredible run, and Deneen just on his 2 touchdown runs tonight, over 100 yards.
So however nicked up or dinged up he was last week, it's not having that great of an effect on him so far tonight.
All right, let me go back to the Advent Health Medical Group Primary Care at Lawrence, formerly Family Medicine Associates injury report, and the report is there's no injury. Is that fair to say? Jet's doing just fine.
The way, if we'd have drawn a map of where you started and where you wound up,
like Jet's run,
it'd be about like his run. That's exactly right.
Oh my, what a run from Jet Deneen. All this Deneen madness started, about 14, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And
yep, exactly.
Joe came through. He was the quarterback, and Jet's more like Joe. They were the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And then Jackson, Jay in the middle. They were a little different kind of players, right? A little bulkier, a little thicker.
Thumpers.
Yeah, and so it's funny that all 4 boys and 2 of them each like each other. But Free State on top. It's 14-7 after the extra points. Anderson on the return, and the Blazers will take over at their 23. And wow, has the momentum shifted here? Gardner picking up steam across midfield, had another first down. Had Free State right where it wanted on 3rd and a million miles, and then you give up that play, and this place now electric for the home crowd for Free State.
Yeah, so 2 big plays, the fumble, and then, of course, Free State recovering, and then the huge run by Jet Deneen for touchdown. So, momentum was wearing white. Now I think it has clearly shifted
in black
to the guys.
I keep on wanting to say it's dark green because my brain tells me it's dark green, but it's black with the yellow, with the Childhood Cancer Awareness Month colors out there. The yellow that the Firebirds are wearing too. It looks kind of like the Iowa Hawkeyes just a little bit. 1st and 10. Handoff for Gardner. Not going to get much. No gain on 1st down. Anthony Lewis making the play for the Firebirds. 5:32 and rolling here in the 2nd quarter. Big 5 minutes here for both teams. Free State would love to get the football back here and put another score on the board before half. Gardner just like to put together a nice long drive and tie this thing up. Anderson, the man in motion. Dewey gets the carry. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Spins forward. Not quite going to be a 1st down, but going to be awfully close.
So you kind of feel like the Blazers will keep trying to grind it out. Just if nothing else, what they want to do is this have to end with the ball in their possession. That's the least they want to happen. At best, long drive, score a touchdown, tie it up.
I don't feel like we've seen Carter Dewey at full speed yet, because he gets the handoff and he's getting tackled in about 2 steps.
Yeah.
Now, he bulls his way forward and keeps going, but there has not been much space out there for him. Play clock down to 6, down to 5. Blazers going to have to hurry to the line of scrimmage. Play call may come in late, and I don't think they got it off.
Oh, man. That's just... Okay.
So Gardner's going to take a timeout on 3rd and a yard. And that, I just don't think the play got in, Craig, there very fast, because that huddle lasted an awful long time. They did not break the huddle until there were 7 seconds on the play clock. 4:20 left in this 2nd quarter. Free State on top. It's 14-7, and been an exciting half. A couple of dynamite runs from Jet Deneen, the 2 scores for Free State, and then a nice long drive for Gardner there. And Free State, though, has come back to score 14 unanswered after trailing 7-0.
So what do you think, Kevin? Stay true to who you are, pound away, between tackles, try to get the first down, or maybe a little fake handoff and flip it out there to one of those tight wing backs for a big pass play.
I feel like we're getting close to another one of those.
Yeah.
I think on 3rd and short, I mean, if you're willing to go for it on 4th down here, which I don't know that you'd want to with only 4 minutes left in this half, but my guess is it's going to be Carter Dewey up the middle for a first down.
This would be the surprising down to do it, though.
Agreed.
If you want to roll the dice.
Absolutely. 0-3 week 4. And there's the handoff, and Dewey breaks away there. He's got plenty for the first down. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6 to the 39, and grinding away. Still plenty of time in this quarter for Gardner, and the clock will stop while they move the chains. So the grind continues. So one pass play in this first half, correct, for Gardner?
Yes.
And it was complete.
Yes.
Free State's thrown it 2 times?
No.
They had the one big completion to Jordan Brown. I'm trying to think. Was there an incompletion in there? Pelly, the one contended for
2
Manny.
incompletions and another short completion.
Yeah.
So maybe 4 or 5 pass attempts.
Not many. Little pitch play this time to Anderson, and Free State is right there to track him down from behind. And a really nice play by, it looks like.
I think that was Colton Berger.
Was it? Yep.
I believe. Berger, the leading tackler on this team, with 17 tackles coming into this game. Kevin, 6 of those tackles for loss.
Could see the 4, couldn't see the 9 as he got up, standing sideways. So 49 in on that tackle, and a big stop, 2nd down and 10, and the clock really rolling now, close to 3 minutes. Gardner. Fake the handoff. McClure keeps it, picks his way on that right side, and he's close to midfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Pickup of 7. No market at the 45.
So they feel confident with this. Almost 3 minutes left. They're at the 46-yard line. Plenty of time, really, if you run your huddle efficiently.
Play clock at 17 at 16. Gardner finally breaks the huddle. 3rd down and 2. Needing to get to their own 48-yard line for a first down. 2:26 left in the first half. Firebirds on top. It's 14-7. Dewey across midfield, straight ahead. You just see a whole pile following him.
Yep.
I mean, there's 4 or 5 Firebirds on top of him right at midfield, and then he carried him 7 more yards inside the Firebirds 45 to the 44. Nothing flashy.
Nothing flashy, but I'll tell you what, Dewey's impressive.
Clock, though, going to start to be a little bit of a factor now for the Blazers. Gardner, Coach Owen, only 1 timeout left here as we go under 2 minutes from the 44. Back to Dewey, this time off the left guard. Runs right behind Evan Norris. And that'll be a pickup of 3 to the 41. Clock at 1:44, 1:43. So at some point here, Gardner going to have to hurry things up just a little bit. But this is a vintage Jesse Owen flex bone drive. And this is what they did last time until the fumble right about here. McClure again back under center. They'll fake the handoff this time, looking to throw it over the middle. The Firebirds there, almost intercepted. And then is that ball caught? It is caught. A Firebird almost got it. It looked like Berger almost got a hand on it. Instead, Randy Singleton hauls it down at the 25-yard line. It's a first down for Gardner.
So there's the misdirection in the backfield. The quarterback sets up, delivers a nice ball. Maybe a tad underthrown. Had it been timed a little bit better, could have resulted in a bigger play.
Again, I think Berger may have gotten a hand on it. Then a diving catch there from Randy Singleton, his 4th grab of the year. And it's 1st and 10 from the 25 with 62 seconds left. And a timeout here on the field, and I think that's Free State's timeout. So 1:02 remaining, 2nd quarter. Firebirds on top. It's 14-7. And again, after a very slow first, 7-8 minutes of this game, boy, things have picked up. The end of the first quarter, the dynamite electric run from Jet Deneen of 67 yards where he may have run 108 to make it a 14-7 game on a 3rd and 20. And now Gardner trying to answer. This has been a long drive that's taken more than 3 minutes. There's been one pass play. It's been complete on this drive. So 2 for 2 tonight is McClure. Came in just 6 of 9 on the year for 82 yards, with 2 of those being touchdowns. But the chains keep moving. It's first down and 10. And the Firebirds are ready. McClure to Dewey, nowhere. Newhouse right there.
Yeah.
Ty Newhouse just grabbed him as soon as he got the football.
Met right at the line of scrimmage. Ty Newhouse shakes off the block, plugs the middle of the field.
So no gain on the play. It's second down and 10. Clock now down to 45 seconds.
Newhouse with 5 tackles for loss of his own tonight this season.
They'll hand it to Dewey, just bulldozing over Firebirds inside the 20. And Anthony Lewis, I believe, made the tackle. Firebirds got to get somebody off the field, and they'll do it just in time. Maybe not. Boy, some confusion there. And Free State calls another timeout, and Kevin Stewart's out there. And I'm not sure what happened, but trying to get a different package, different player in. Too many men on the field with 22 seconds left. Coach Stewart didn't want to take any chances, so he calls his final timeout.
That was the walk of a coach who was not happy.
At his team. It wasn't going towards an official.
No, that body language suggested he wasn't pleased with the way things were going right there. The visor was off.
It was gone.
And really, this helps Gardner Edgerton quite a bit.
Absolutely. So third down and about 3. With 22.7 seconds remaining in this second quarter. And Gardner still has that one timeout, so really anything goes here for the Blazers. And if the Blazers can get a first down here on a run, then the clock will stop momentarily to move the chains. So Jesse Owens' team's here. It's got a couple of options. Coming up at halftime, our 23rd Street Brewery halftime report. They'll hand it to Dewey, and he did not get there. And so he's going to be short. Clock won't stop. It's going to be fourth down and a couple. And the clock's still rolling. Clock's still rolling. Clock's still rolling. We'll call a timeout and finally do with 11 seconds. So Blazers let a few extra seconds roll off that they didn't need to.
Boy, they sure did. Yep, they burned, 3 or 4 seconds maybe that they didn't have to.
Could have been a play, full play.
Yeah.
So 11.2 seconds remaining. Everybody's out of timeouts now. Fourth down and 2. Football's at the 17. Blazers need to get to the 15 to move the chains, but more importantly, you take a shot at the end zone here. Do you try to kick a field goal? What do you do here? And if you wanted to kick a field goal, then you may have wanted to run another 8 or 10 seconds off to get it down to the last play.
No.
So my guess is they're going to go for it down here. If they're going to kick a field goal, but it's going to go down to 25. It's a 35-yarder, and that may be out of range. So we'll see if we can read anything into the assistant coaches up here for Gardner next to us. They're laughing. What's that mean? You can hear that in the background.
They got a trick play coming?
I don't know. Maybe so. They're going to go for it, though, on fourth and a couple. And McClure's going to keep it. It's all him. He's running left side. Bulls his way forward. That's a first down, but they have got to hurry. Clock will stop to move the chains. Chains still are not moving. They haven't moved them yet. They haven't marked them, but the clock is rolling again. And so they step up, and they're going to spike it with 2 seconds remaining. And it looks like maybe a field goal unit is coming onto the field. And so McClure, the quarterback, Jay McClure, is also the kicker, and well, maybe he just wanted to get it to the center of the field.
Yeah,
they got it a little bit closer.
Kind of what it looks like. They advanced the ball, but it's also a little more square with the uprights. So
28-yard kick. They'll mark it down at the 18. There's the snap. Good hold. Kick is on the way. It is high enough. It looks long enough, and it is good. So what a way to end the first half here at Free State. Well, there's still 1.9 seconds on the clock. Did they start it?
No, I don't,
No way, right?
I don't think so.
So anyway, a 14-10 game thanks to the 28-yard field goal, which is good, from McClure.
And everybody's running off the field now.
Yeah,
so.
and now the clock goes, no way that couldn't be the last play. So halftime at Free State, Firebirds on top. It's 14-10 and a very interesting end. Craig, that first half, the long touchdown run and then a long drive from Gardner.
Well, it went the way we thought Gardner would want it to go. They had possession for the entire remainder of the half, and it ended with a score for them. Not a touchdown, but they did get a field goal. So all in all, I think they got to feel like they had a good drive and they recaptured a little bit of momentum.
And again, coming up here at halftime, our 23rd Street Brewery halftime report from the Bill Self Mac and Cheese to the Haney Turkey Stack or the Hank Booth Burger. They've got delicious food. Where's the Craig Hershiser ice cream or something? We got to get one of those added to the menu.
I think I have to do so much more in order to get a.
Hey, timeout here. Let's take one, too. We're back with our halftime report. When we come back, Firebirds lead the Blazers at 14-10. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen.
halftime show, and the Free State Firebirds lead it by a score of 14-10. Craig, the first 8 minutes of this game, kind of ho-hum. And then things got real exciting about the last 15 minutes.
Well, it turned into a contrast. Free State's big plays versus Gardner Edgerton's consistency. We've got Jet Deneen, big pass play, 2 big runs for touchdowns, and then we have the consistency of Carter Dewey on the side of the Gardner Edgerton Blazers, who just keep pounding and pounding and pounding away, and turning into a tight game here, 14-10 at halftime.
Yeah, Carter Dewey's been the show so far for Gardner Edgerton. He got things started with an 11-yard touchdown run with 3:49 remaining in the first quarter to make it a 7-0 game. Firebirds answered 2 minutes, 5 seconds later. Jet Deneen on a little bootleg out wide, a little hidden handoff, kept the football, and, I mean, nobody was out on the left side. He literally could have walked 34 yards down the left sideline into the end zone. That tied the game at 7. Second quarter, Firebirds just was a disaster possession, right, Craig? Nothing was working out. It was 3rd and 19.
Yep.
You had a penalty to back you up. It looked like it was going to be an incompletion or a 5-yard run, then you kick it away. Instead, an electric 67-yard run from Jet Deneen on what we assumed looked like a quarterback draw play.
Yep.
Right up the middle, cut it to the left side, right in front of the Blazers. And then about the 30, breaks 3 or 4 tackles. An immediate right, goes all the way back across the field and scores inside of the opposite pylon.
Well, I really feel like they ran the receivers deep to take away any run support, so designed quarterback draw. And to me, it was just kind of let's see what we can get out of this, and maybe we can go for it on 4th. No, forget that. It wasn't even going for it on 4th. It was go for it.
Just go.
For a touchdown.
Just go.
Man, what a run.
Well, and then with about, 4 minutes left in the half, 4.5 minutes, what a great drive by Gardner Edgerton. Really, they just kind of ran out of time. That drive would have continued. It would have been a first down, settled for the field goal at the zeros, but really an important answer from Jesse Owens' team. And for a team that's 0-3, we said it, this team is better than that. It's just had a ridiculously tough schedule so far. And at 14-10, that feels about where we should be in this game.
Well, the Blazers are tough. They look tough-minded. It looks like if you're gonna be in a game with them, you better be in for all 4 quarters, because I think if you relax a little bit, they're going to stomp your teeth out. And so that's what the Firebirds are facing here the second half. And if there was a time for a team to kind of pack it in for a little bit and say, well, let's just try and get to halftime, it would have been after that big run by Jet Deneen. But no, drive it, convert. Then with no time left, kick the ball through the uprights for a field goal. I mean, that's about as good as – the only way it gets better is if they score a touchdown.
And really maybe the big difference in this game happens to be the one turnover that happened near midfield when Gardner, Craig, would have had a first down, would have kept moving the chains. Instead, Free State took advantage.
Yep, jump on that fumble. And in a game like this, when it's this tight, a couple of things are really going to stand out. Penalties, especially major penalties, and turnovers. And Gardner paid the price for that fumble.
About 7 minutes left until we get the second half started. Let's take another timeout. That'll do it for our 23rd Street Brewery halftime report. Come in for the perfect game-watching environment, but it's also great for reminiscing with friends and family after the game, too. After a game like tonight, a great place to go to the 23rd Street Brewery. Let's take another timeout. Firebirds on top at halftime. It's 14-10. Craig Hershiser with a hot sports opinion. Going to throw it on second down. Quick out, Jordan Brown. If he can make one man miss, he might score. Spinning inside the 5, close to the goal line, but he may have fumbled the football. He did, and it's going to be a touchback. Gardner Edgerton comes up with it.
My bad.
And Jordan Brown may be a little roughed up there. He got slammed into the turf, and first I thought that maybe, boy, he's hurt. He's barely getting off the side, and I don't know if his head got slammed into the turf or how he's feeling, but he's going to need some attention down there at the goal line. So a touchback now, and the football will come back out to the 20. What looked like a foreshore touchdown as Jordan Brown got close to the goal line, fighting for the goal line, and the ball ripped out of there, according to the officials, before he was taken down. Okay. My first thought was he got thrown down pretty hard as he was spinning, and I thought, well, maybe he lost it because he hit the ground hard, but clearly that's not the case. And, boy, the 2 turnovers now. We're even at a turnover apiece. Both teams with fumbles. The first one was costly for Gardner Edgerton, as Free State later scored. We'll see how this one turns out for Gardner Edgerton, but it certainly takes 7 points off the board for Free State. And on first down, a pass play, just a quick out, straight sideways to the wide receiver for no gain. Bring up second down and 10, 7:14 remaining third quarter. But wow, Craig, what a turn of events there as Free State looked to go on top 21-10. Instead, it's 14-10, and Gardner's got the football.
Well, Kevin, if I go about predicting a touchdown again, just tell me to keep it to myself.
We'll hit are we on a 10-second delay?
Yeah.
Maybe, Richie, next time you say something like that, he can just mute you out.
That's a good idea.
Second down and 9. We'll give it a yard on first down. McClure to Dewey. Runs in the lane. And it's going to be a short gain of 2, maybe 3 to the 24. Boy, this would be a huge stand for the Free State defense to get a 3 and out.
Yep, sure would. You know, critical on that little, what looked to be like kind of like a wide receiver screen, just a critical play there for the secondary to beat the blocks and then make a tackle for no gain on first down for Gardner. So now we're looking at 3rd and 8 for the Blazers, and deep in their own territory. They got to be kind of selective with their plays, not get too wild and crazy.
Midway point of quarter number 3, 3rd down and long. We've seen the Blazers run the football in this situation several times, but they will not run it here. McClure scrambling out to the right side, stays on his feet, and wow, right at the stick. Man. I think he's got it. Going to be a first down. Not a design run, but it's going to work out. He'll pick up 7. The Blazers, except for is that a penalty flag back at the 20? And that looks like it's going to be on Gardner. Could be a hold. There it is. Holding call on Gardner. So a dynamite run there from McClure will not count. And judging from where that flag is thrown, this is going to make it 3rd and especially long.
Wow, that's a tough penalty at a really crucial time, I think, for Gardner Edgerton, because I never did see where they might have spotted the football, so I don't know if they would have called it a first down.
I think it looked like a first down to me. So it looked like the football was just across the 30, and it has to get right to it.
Yeah, so that wipes out a first down and puts them in
3rd and 20.
A real ticklish down in distance and position on the field.
Little inside handoff. Nice run here. Oops. That's going to be the first down, and off to the races. Down that right sideline, a huge gain across midfield. Lucas Anderson, a huge misdirection play here that goes for big yardage and a first down for Gardner.
So we haven't seen that all night, and so they pulled that out at an opportune time just when we think we might be in for another dose of number 32. Nope, we're going to go a little misdirection and pop a big run.
How many 3rd and longs has Gardner picked up tonight running the football?
Yeah.
I mean, just do what you do, right?
Well, it's their mindset. So
a 40-yard gain right up to midfield. 5:10 remaining third quarter. Firebirds on top. It's 14-10. McClure on the keeper, and he's dropped Ty Newhouse once again.
Just hammered.
There's a reason he's going to Tulsa next year, and the reason that one of his relatives was just a dynamite player for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
The old Robert Newhouse.
Ty adds another tackle for loss.
Put that on your chart. You're the official scorekeeper.
Coming in tonight, he had 5.
You keep all the stats for the team.
Yes.
They all seem correct when we talk about them in the third.
See my nice printout?
A lot of chicken scratches on that sheet we got there.
Oh, heck yeah. I got some notes for you.
It's so hard to keep your own stats when you're calling the game. I've tried it before, and it's impossible. Second down at 11 after a loss of 1, and I think the play clock, did it just run out? Now they're picking up the flag. What just happened there? They called timeout, so I think the play clock had gone to 0. And so a timeout, Gardner Edgerton, 4 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And boy, what an interesting last 3 or 4 minutes, Craig, it's been. Firebirds looked like they were going to score.
Yep.
Jordan Brown fumbles it at the goal line into the end zone. Gardner recovers, comes back to the 20. Firebirds force a 3rd and 20, forcing Gardner to run the football. 40 yards later, it's 1st and 10 Gardner, and that's where we are at midfield.
You know, sometimes I think professional football is pretty predictable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless you're watching the Chiefs, then you don't really know.
It's pretty predictable. They're
What
just
kind
usually
of-
going to pick up big yards.
Well, Mahomes magic.
Throw it probably.
Yeah.
Don't really run it for much.
And a lot of times college football is kind of predictable, but come to a high school game, if you want to see things that you don't expect to see.
Yeah. Well, in week 4, you know, that's such a hard start for Gardner playing Mill Valley and Olathe. Hard to, and a first-year coach, hard to really work on things when you're playing 2 of the best teams in state, right? This is week 4. You were in a game last week against Olathe South, and you knew you could play with Free State. And so I think you're seeing what this offense will eventually really look like once you get it instituted. McClure there on the keeper on 2nd and 11. They'll pick up 2, so it's 3rd down and 9 now for the Blazers.
Which apparently isn't a problem.
No, so if you looked at a normal stat track, you'd say this is a 95% chance that it's going to be a pass play. Not with this team.
No.
I would say 95% chance it's going to be a run.
They have split 2 receivers out. That's different.
That means nothing. McClure, though, going to roll out here. Throws it to that left side. Has a receiver. It goes through his hands. It's incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 8. That was Kyle Oatman. It was intended for. Just a couple of receptions on the season for Kyle. And it does appear the punting unit's coming on the field, but this is the, Gardner got out of deep in its own end.
Yep.
So now it's flipped the field possession game, and the way this thing has gone, we've only got 15 minutes left. One more score might be enough to win it. So Patchen standing back at his own 10, and Firebirds have not had really a chance to return a punt yet, and this one will roll down inside the 15 to the 13, and a great punt again, and the Firebirds will have to start deep in their own territory.
Well, and the way it's gone for the Firebirds tonight, that may not be much of an issue either. But, we'll see. I hope Jordan Brown gets back out on the field. I hope he's well enough to come back out and play.
Had his bell rung. He was up and at him, and it looks like he is out there. Like I said, I got concerned the way he got thrown to the ground and just spinning. He was spun around. A couple of guys had a hold of him trying to keep him out of that end zone, and just the way he went down, like you just kind of wondered if his head hit the turf or if the ball hit the turf and popped out. But tough to see from our angle, but it's a fumble, and he's back out there, so good news on both accords. Option play on 1st down. Deneen's going to pitch it out to Dash Cleveland, who turns the corner. He's got a 1st down, going to pick up about 12 yards, maybe even a few more. They'll mark it out all the way to the 29.
Well, when your name is Dash, you got a little bit of speed, and that's what happened for him. They ran it to the 2 receiver side, even brought a motion man that direction, so they had all the extra blockers. So just nice option play, good delivery, and good timing on the pitch, and Dash finishes the run.
One of the few times we've seen the Firebirds run in space tonight. This time, Jet Deneen, the keeper, runs over a couple of his own linemen. He's going to pick up 6, maybe 7 to the 38-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and 2.
Kevin, he had no business picking up that many yards.
No.
That's just a tough kid running the football.
So 2nd down and 2, and again, 2 wide receivers on that right side of Pelly, the man in motion. Dash Cleveland back there. They'll hand it to him, and he'll run away from those receivers, and I think he's got the 1st down. Kind of tiptoed his way forward, never really got to full speed, but it is enough for a 1st down at the 40-yard line.
So the previous time out of a similar formation, they come to the 2 receiver side, wide side of the field. This time, try to cross them up a little bit by coming back to the short side of the field away from all those receivers. Got enough for a 1st down.
Three wide receivers for the Firebirds. They'll hand it off, though, again. Dash kind of tiptoeing, looking for a hole. And I tell you what, didn't look like much, but he fell forward for 4 yards. He'll get to the 44. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And you know it. Dash is getting the football, Craig, and then he's looking for the hole. He's taking his time. He's standing kind of behind his offensive line. He's not just taking it and then hitting the line and then trying to hit the hole real quick. There's no real burst there. But again, to be fair, 4 yards on 1st down. Option play. Boy, the late pitch.
Look at that.
Jet Deneen faked it first, went around the defender, then pitched it after he passed the defender. Cleveland's got it across midfield. It's going to be a pickup of about 15 to the Gardner Edgerton 40-yard line.
Beautiful pitch there after avoiding the tackle. Great timing. Cleveland stays with the play. It'd be pretty easy to kind of give up on it, but he stayed with it, takes the pitch, and then does some tough running at the end of the run.
Yeah, the defender did the flyby, went in between Jet and Dash.
Whoops.
And that's going to be a penalty here before things get snapped, and that's probably on the offense.
Yeah, I think that's no.
No, the Blazers took a timeout.
I thought
there.
we moved.
90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. No points yet in this quarter. It's 14-10. Firebirds have got it 1st down and 10 on the Gardner side of the field, and this is really the 2nd impressive drive Free State's had in the 2nd half.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, for all the big plays that Free State's capable of executing, I like what I've seen here in the 3rd quarter. You know, the previous possession, a sustained drive, nearly a touchdown, but a fumble at the end. Now they've maintained possession again, and they're executing their drive. No penalties. And so I really think this offense needs that kind of consistency too, and not just rely on the big plays.
The 2 scores, however, have come on big plays. And really the 3rd score that Craig Hershiser almost predicted would have been a big play.
Yes, it would have.
But he has promised to keep the HSOs to himself now. So 1st and 10 from the 40. Firebirds on the move. 90 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you here in West Lawrence. And they'll hand it again to Dash. Just kind of weaving his way between an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman. Or is that Tay? Maybe Tay got the carry.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him get a carry in a while, but that was number 22. And then I mentioned he's been kind of banged up, and he kind of wobbles off the field, and Dash gets back in there. So one of the few carries Tay's had tonight, maybe just the 2nd carry he's had tonight. But number 2 back in there now on 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the handoff there. Jordan Brown, boy, that one, a bullet pass from Deneen out wide to Jordan. He bobbled a little bit. Pass was off target just a little bit, and boy, it was coming so hard.
Yeah.
It was a tough one for Jordan to handle.
Yeah, that was a hot one right there.
So 3rd down and 7, but clearly 4 down territory down here for Free State. And Jet just going to keep it himself. Back into the middle of the field. Gardner pulls him down after a short gain, so it's going to bring up 4th down, and I'm going to say 5.
Well, he got enough to just definitively say we're going for it on 4th.
So what's your play call here, Craig? We've seen Gardner just run it in this situation so many times. Will Free State opt to pass it? Do you try to get Jet out wide somewhere with some space so he has the option to run or pass?
Yes.
That's where he's been the most dangerous.
I like him rolling out, having a chance maybe to run for the first down or find a receiver downfield.
3 wide receivers for the Firebirds, and I think one of those receivers may have jumped off sides.
Yep.
Looked like Patchen. That far side got started a little early, and that's going to complicate things here. So from 4th and 5 to 4th and 10, but clearly I think you're still in territory to go for it here. But you see Coach Stewart down there, visors off. Never a good sign.
Kind of got that John Gruden thing going.
Yeah, a little bit. Looking at the clock, looking at his team, looking at the clock, looking at his team, taking the visor off.
Rubbing his head.
Wondering what's going on. It's like, that's not the play we called. What are we doing? Let's call a timeout. 20 seconds left here in this quarter. I just got to let the quarter run out. All right, we've played 3. Free State still on top. No damage in the third. It's 14-10. Join us for the 4th, folks. It should be fun. We're back on the Bull after this.
Do they have the base?
What's that? Kanji back in studio. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you here at Free State High School in a big play to get started here in the 4th quarter. It's 4th down and 10. Free State from the Gardner 40-yard line. They'll snap it to Jet Deneen. He wants to throw. He'll scramble, and there is nobody over here. Deneen running for the first down. He's got it inside the 30, inside the 25. He runs out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And, boy, as soon as he turned the corner, Craig, there's just nobody home. Yeah. Nobody on this side of the field. It's going to be a 20-yard pickup as they'll mark it all the way down at the 20-yard line.
We're up here watching that play unfold, and short of a flag, you could just see right away it was going to be a first down.
Wasn't even anybody over there to hold. That was the problem. So 1st and 10 once again. Deneen hands it off to Cleveland, and he does a nice job to just get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice penetration that time from the defensive line of Gardner Edgerton. And Cam Porter finally making the play on the sideline, and they'll actually give.
He got 3.
Yeah, they'll give Cleveland 3 yards on that carry. So Free State trying to make this a 2-possession game. And they'll hand it to Cleveland. And, boy, he just kind of gets a cruising start once he gets the handoff on the left side.
Just kind of
behind the left tackle, and he picks up another 3 or 4.
Just ducked in behind a lineman who did a really nice job of moving the line of scrimmage. And so he picks up several yards.
And if you're going to run behind somebody, run behind Calvin Clements, right? The 6'7", 280-pounder. Obviously taking over for Turner Corcoran over there, and a kid that's gotten offers from KU, from K-State, from Iowa State, from Oklahoma State. He's going to play in the Big 12. I'd follow that guy too.
I think that's a good choice.
And they're going to follow him here again. Deneen right behind him up the middle inside the 5. It's a first down. Very close to another Firebird touchdown.
See, very decisive run there. You notice he started to his left and saw a gap, turned it up right away. End result, not only just a first down, but getting down to a 1st and goal inside the 5.
1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Be surprised here if anybody else but Jet Deneen touches the football. Clock at 10:47. Jet's got it. He'll hand it to Dash. Spinning outside, and he walks it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dash Cleveland. Touchdown, Firebirds. It's 20-7, or 20-10, excuse me.
Well, that offensive line on the left side did a great job setting the edge. And Dash was virtually uncontested going in.
Kind of wanted to take it to the inside. He got bumped to the outside, and once he got out there, just a couple of extra steps, and it's a touchdown. Free State, extra point on the way, and good. And Coop tonight's at him. He's 3 for 3, and the Firebirds on top. It's 21-10.
That's the kind of drive that I was really hoping to see from this team. A long, sustained drive, finish it with a touchdown. They rely so much on big plays, and they had some, without a doubt, but not the, not the spectacular type that we've seen. And so really nice work there. And I got to say, a lot of credit goes to Jet and Dash, but that offensive line did a nice job.
And this, Craig, suddenly gets troublesome for Gardner.
Yep.
Now you're down 2 scores. You've only got 11 minutes left, and your offense is not built to do this quickly.
Right. So
14-10 game.
You feel
now
good.
You're feeling good. Boy, 21-10, and things get real difficult here.
So they may be forced out of character, and we may see them try to do some things that we haven't seen so far tonight. But they got to get 2 scores. They need to get this first one fairly quickly.
So the Firebirds set to kick it back after the Dash Cleveland touchdown. That's the first score that we've had of this second half. Let's see if Gardner can get a decent run back here to the 30. And that's where they'll take it over, first down and 10. So a slow start to the game, a slow start to the second half, but Firebirds finally able to cash it in, and their largest lead now of the night, it's 11 at 21-10. So first and 10 Blazers from their own 30. And we kind of mentioned we wondered if Free State would maybe wear down a little bit, but the offense has done enough and has possessed the ball enough to where I think these guys on defense are feeling pretty good right now. Quarterback keeper McClure running left side. Boy, he's got some space. Look at him go across midfield. McClure still on his feet, racing down the sideline all the way down to the Firebirds 21. And that's the exact play, Craig Hershiser, you were calling for.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what the Blazers needed.
That's exactly what they needed. And you know what? A smart move there. Design quarterback run. So that means there's an extra blocker. So they got 10 guys blocking now instead of just 9. And McClure can run a little bit, so he got outside on the edge. Free State did not set the edge and contain him, so he gets out there on that left sideline, and that's a huge run, and the Firebirds need to make a stand here.
That's a 47-yard pickup down to the 23. They'll mark it there, first and 10. Clock rolling at the 10-minute mark, but now you feel like, there's plenty of time. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly that changed. On first down. Quick handoff to Dewey. And he'll pick up a couple down to the 20. You don't want to take too much time to punch it in here, but you don't need to hurry if you're Gardner Edgerton now.
Carter Dewey's got a great number, 32, right?
Yes.
Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, the great Jim Brown. Man. One who will not be named.
Runs, yeah, I was waiting for you to get there.
Nope.
But kind of runs like those guys too. Tough runner. Second down and 8. And Dewey sneaks through a hole on that left side, and he'll get down to the 17. So third down and 5, but obviously 4 down territory down here, so a lot of options here for the Blazers. I would anticipate they would keep it on the ground. Under 9 minutes now on the game clock.
Playbook's pretty much wide open right here, even though it's third down.
Third down and 5. Similar play to the one that McClure just broke, and he gets popped right at the line of scrimmage.
Hammer time.
Picks up a yard maybe to the 16. And looks like maybe that was Grant Gregory stepping up, making the play. At least he was the one that was most fired up when he got off the ground. So 4th down and 4. And, 8 minutes to go, but this might be the play of the game.
Yeah, I think it certainly could be for Gardner Edgerton.
After the huge run to set them up inside the red zone, Gardner trying to get the Firebirds to jump with a couple of hard count calls there, and then a timeout with 8 seconds on the play clock and 8:05 left on the game clock. So 21-10, Firebirds on top. It's an 11-point game with 8:05 remaining. And the Blazers threatening. It's 4th down and a long 4 at the 16-yard line. And we've joked about this so many times, and these, normally we say that's a throwing down. That has not been the case tonight, and amazing how many times Gardner's picked up a first down in this situation by not throwing the football.
But I'm going to speculate again and say this could be the time. Little play action. Hit one of those tight wing backs, just kind of slipping down the seam there.
When both teams have done this, hey, try to get you to jump offside thing. 2 weeks ago, we would have seen it happen 11 times. Tonight, we haven't seen it at all. Both teams have been much better. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you're a Free State fan, you're watching us or listening. Clearly, the Gardner folks are like, what are you guys talking about? But how about this? They're going to try to kick a field goal to make it a one-possession game. So McClure on there. They'll put it down at the 22, 23. It's a 33-yarder. Kick is on the way. It is long enough, it is straight enough, and it is good enough. And we have ourselves a one-possession game. And Craig, I don't think either of us saw that call coming.
No, I did not expect that. I was taken completely by surprise by that field goal decision. But
and he's 2 for 2 field goals tonight, 28-yarder and a 33-yarder.
Good call. It's down to one score.
And it's a one-score game at 21-13. So now the Firebirds needing to get a couple of first downs to try to milk this clock away. And if Gardner can get it back, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, tie this game up at 21. Be a weird way for us to get us to 21 all, but it would get us there nonetheless. Now, if you're head coach Kevin Stewart, you just won a 6-7 minute drive that goes about 60 or 70 yards.
Well, you want to duplicate what you did on the last drive. High school football being what it is, I'd say that's unlikely.
I feel like you've seen some high school games before.
These games are a lot of fun, Kevin.
I know they are.
I mean, these guys.
It's great. I love the high school fun. That's why I've done it most of my career. I got lucky, got to do some KU stuff, and my TV time here in town. But I'm happy to help out, and hope Derek's doing okay. You're not hearing him tonight because he had his wisdom teeth taken out yesterday. And
look at that kick.
Boomed that one right out of the end zone.
Man.
But appreciate Derek giving me the call and letting me hang out with the old ball coach. And I think we joked last time. When did you and I first met? In 1998? I think it was 98.
Yep.
Year 2.
Yes, it would have been 98.
Yeah, you thought you were going to know me for 1 or 2 years and be luckily rid of me. And 23 years later, your worst nightmares have come to fruition. You're sitting next to me calling a game.
Kevin, I thought you would have moved on to a bigger market. You just seemed to have all the chops to do that, but you know what?
This has been more fun.
I'm glad you're still here.
It's more fun doing this, I promise you. I got a lot of friends that took those next steps, and they never had as much fun as they had here. Now they're going to retire a lot earlier than me. But a couple of yards on first down from Dash Cleveland. To the 22.
I'd like to tell you retirement's overrated, but it's not.
Pretty good.
It is not overrated.
Still in the classroom when you want to be.
When I want to be.
Still in the booth when you want to be.
This is the cool thing.
You've retired from this too, right? Not only teaching.
Yeah.
You retired from coaching, teaching, and radio, and you're back. Doing all 3.
Yep.
And you're tutoring in the evenings. I can't get a hold of you in the evenings because you got college kids that are learning biology or something. I'm not sure what you're even teaching. 2nd down and 8 option. Nice pitch from Deneen.
Oh, I thought he'd turn the corner.
And instead of going out wide, Dash Cleveland cuts it back inside, and boy, hand it to Gardner Edgerton. Boy, it's going to be a 3rd down and 7 here.
Wow.
Exactly what head coach Jesse Owen was hoping for in this situation.
Well, this is the fun thing, Kevin. I mean, these guys they're out there, they're playing hard.
Absolutely.
And they are really playing hard. And so when I come back and I sub for a day or two in the building and I see some of them, I talked to him a little bit about the game.
Sure.
And
You get to know him.
yeah, it's a fun thing.
And boy, 3-1 sounds a whole lot better than 2-2, doesn't
Yes, it does.
Play clock down to 6,
And
down
it
to
is.
5. Firebirds snapping it, 3rd and long. Deneen's going to keep it himself, trying to turn the
good
corner.
block.
Going to be close. It's going to be close. I don't know if he got to the first down marker, but it is going to be close, and some extra pushing and shoving in front of the Free State bench. And the
Easy there.
officials doing a pretty good job of getting in there and
Yeah.
not throwing a flag, because, boy, that might change the entire game
Yeah,
here.
good job there.
And they're going to mark it, on the 30-yard line. And if it's on the 30, that's a first down. And the Firebirds are going to get it. Boy, what a run by Jet Deneen to know exactly where he needed to get it. He got it by a note card down there.
Was that dash out front with that lead block, though?
I think it was.
Did you see that? What a nice block.
And he didn't get it by an inch, folks. It was less. Look where the football is marked if you're watching on the stream. It is just touching the 30. And after the kick into the end zone, that's all it's got to do. So back to the ground on 1st and 10. Dash trying to break a tackle, and he's wrapped up and thrown out of bounds by Eli Blazik.
Well, the old cliche is football is a game of inches, but in this case, it was a game of less than an inch.
Remember when the officials in that NFL game dropped the note card that one time?
Oh, yes.
That was a note carder.
Forgot about that.
And I'm sure, those were so official back then. They have all this technology where you can line up the lines and this and that, and they're just running with the markers in between these plays, and the official is guessing and puts his foot down, and that's where you put the chain. So 21-13, Free State on 2nd and long, just throwing it up, and that ball is out of bounds. So a nice decision by Deneen, but that's what Gardner wants. Clock's going to stop on the incompletion to save the Blazers some time, and it's going to be 3rd down and long. I think someone said some sprinkles maybe out there, and we looked at the radar a minute ago, and it looked like there was maybe a little bit of rain coming our way. I don't think it's much. It's not going to do much for your yard. I think everybody's yard's a little dry these days.
What's new?
Man. Don't get me wrong, I love the hot weather, but we could use a little rain now and then. Well, it's a man in motion. And they're going to flip it back to Dash Cleveland, who trips on the 40, 45, or he might have been gone. It's a first down, a beautifully designed play, the old wheel route. He comes out wide right in front of the Free State bench. No Blazers over there, but he stumbled as he caught it and tackled himself. The old turf monster got him.
The turf monster got him. I was about to say we haven't seen that play all night, but I'm not sure we've seen that play all year. So what a great time to pull that out.
And you heard of the Blazer assistants here next to us.
Running
saying,
back.
And a nice little just flip out there by Deneen. He didn't have to put anything on it, just floated out there in the flat, and that was it. That's the first down up to the 46-yard line.
He
First and 10 Free State from its own 46. Football on the ground. Deneen fumbled it. I think he got it back, though. Going to be a loss of a yard or two, but a miscommunication there.
Close.
You said, shoo. I think that's what the entire Free State sideline just said.
Big exhale.
And if there are a few drops of rain out there, that football might be a little slick. I don't see anybody really running from the rain. But Free State taking its time. Play clock down to 15, 5:11 left in this game. Firebirds on top by 8. It's 21-13. Gardner wants the football back, wants one more chance to try to tie this game. Apelli goes in motion. Deneen rolls out. Puts on the brakes. Still rolling. In trouble. He's going to be sacked. It's going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. But these seem to be the situations that both teams have been most dangerous. 3rd and mega long. It's going to be 3rd and 14.
Well, you make a good point. Both teams have found themselves in this situation quite a bit. Far too much for their coaches, I'm sure.
And really not because of penalties tonight. We had this situation 2 weeks ago because of penalties all the time, but it's just been the defenses have done most of the damage in these situations.
Yes.
Play clock down to 10, and think Free State may just let this roll down and then take a timeout with about 4 minutes left. As Jet Deneen walks to the sideline. Coach Stewart walks over. He and Patchen there. Brown coming over along with Cleveland. And so Firebirds want to talk things over. It's 3rd down and 14. Free State at its own 42-yard line. Needs to get to the 44 of Gardner Edgerton. 4:08 remaining on the clock. It's 21-13. A lot left to still be decided here at Free State. This is fun.
Was it two weeks ago that we saw that beautifully executed screen pass to Dash for the touchdown?
Yes.
Was that you and me here?
It was us, because my first comment was, I don't know that I've seen a true screen pass in high school
Exactly.
in a long time.
Exactly. That thing was
that
beautifully blocked.
That's your HSO here? That's your hot sports opinion?
I'm just reflecting.
Okay.
I'm not predicting.
I was just trying to throw that one out there. We can't get the play-by-play sports gambling in high schools yet. I feel like it's coming at some point.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Some point. But Craig Hershiser, he's in early on this. 3rd down and 14. Jet Deneen. Here it is.
Boy.
There it was. I think they were setting up. Dash Cleveland took a couple of steps, but boy, the rush coming from Gardner Edgerton. It's a huge sack for Gardner Edgerton, and boy, it's almost going to be like a block punt on 3rd down. This is an extra 10 or 15 yards you're going to get.
I'll tell you what, those kids just pinned their ears back and got after the quarterback, Jet Deneen. Really no place to go for Jet Deneen.
All the way back to the 29. It was 1st and 10 at the 46. So the Firebirds go backwards 17 yards. And boy, Gardner's going to get the football with plenty of time left, and I don't think they're going to have to go very far. We will see. So the pressure coming. Punt gets away. It's going to land and then bounce sideways at the 42.
This field possession is far too good for Gardner Edgerton for any degree of comfort for anybody associated with Free State.
So 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Gardner needs to go 58 yards and get the 2-point conversion. Blazers out of timeouts. And every time that we've said this is an offense, it's not built to go fast. You get a 47-yard run or a 50-something yard pass play. We've had a couple of those tonight, so don't rule those out just yet. But we'll see what approach Coach Owen takes here. It's been a fun one so far tonight, Gardner. Another inside handoff. This one goes for about 6 or 7 yards. Lucas Anderson has done that a couple times. He picked up that 3rd and 20 a little bit earlier, picked up 40 yards. Very similar play.
Yeah. Nice little counter action there.
Yep, and picks up 8.
And Firebirds do a good job of turning him back to the middle of the field where pursuit can get to him.
Clock under 3 minutes. Keep an eye on that. Firebirds lead at 21-13. Gardner crossing midfield. A little cloud of dust there and a 1st down. We're going to mark it 47 as the pile falls forward for Gardner. So the clock will stop momentarily to move the chains. They'll put it right at the 47. Can the Firebirds defense hold, or can Gardner put together a drive that's quick enough to score here with only 47 yards to go? Couple of wide receivers split out wide to that left side. Dewey back there. They're going to flip it out. Ball is caught. One nice little move there by Randy Singleton to get around a Firebird defensive back, and that'll pick up 4 yards and make it 2nd down and 6.
Well, Free State sniffed that play out pretty quickly, but perhaps just a little bit of over pursuit there, allowing the receiver, after he made the catch, to cut it back up the field for a few yards.
Clock at 2 minutes. 21-13. Gardner breaks the huddle. Blazers need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this game. McClure to throw it again. Firebird pressure is there, but McClure gets away to the outside. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds. Boy, what a play from McClure.
What a play. From here, it looked like he was just going to get smoked. Instead, he winds up running for the 1st down.
And boy, that would have been a huge loss. Clock would have kept running, getting everybody back to reset. And we're down to 96 seconds, but a 1st and 10 at the 37. This Blazer team continues to inch along, still in this game, trying for its first win of the year. Free State, meanwhile, trying to improve to 3-1. McClure on the sprint out. Once again, finding Singleton along the Free State sideline. He'll get out of bounds and stop the clock, and it's another nice gain inside the 30. So they'll mark it at the 27, about a foot shy of a first down. Two wide receivers, out wide to the left. McClure sprints out that way, looking for, is that Singleton again? And that one's overthrown. And so 3rd and short. And I mean, it's less than a foot probably. And the first down will stop the clock, so I would anticipate a run here at some point.
So not quite note card thickness.
Yeah, not yet. It's more of a telephone book.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. You know, Busker Fest is in town this week.
Yep.
We got the strong woman that can just rip those things in half. We might need her tonight.
Yeah. We'll be there tomorrow night.
We will too. We're heading over there. We're going to be out. It's fun. You've been out there before.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's one of the great events in downtown Lawrence.
Yep.
Free State takes a timeout here with 1:25 left, but it's fun, and I feel like I've seen several of those acts. My 6-year-old now, he either thinks it's great or gets confused.
Me too.
Dad, what are we watching? And
Me
son,
too.
Ryder, I'm not sure, buddy. Let's just keep watching. But it's a lot of fun downtown. Looks like the weather is going to be pretty good. Looks like it'll warm up again into the 90s maybe for the next few days, which kind of thought maybe those days were behind us as we head towards October, but probably our last gas for those. I'm a summer guy, though, so I keep them around. I get a little nervous this time of year because I feel like each time we have a great day, it could be the last.
Oh, Kevin.
As long as fall sticks around, but Craig, you got to promise me fall will stick around.
I hope so.
Because it doesn't sometimes. Sometimes we go straight to winter.
I know. But I'll tell you what, those days we had earlier in the week, that's my weather right there.
Okay, we had a couple dynamite days.
That is my weather.
But I can't take snow in October.
No.
Just can't do it. 3rd down at about a foot. Gardner on the move. Dewey back there behind McClure. He follows the snap. Somehow comes up with it. The Firebirds, though, are there. And it's going to be a big loss. That's going to be a 3 or 4 yard loss. The clock is rolling. Gardner's got to hurry. Colton Berger, I think, back there. And there's an injured Firebird on the field, so the clock will stop. And, boy, this is certainly going to help out Gardner Edgerton because, boy, they were going to have to scramble and set up on a 4th down play with no timeouts. It looks like a couple of Firebirds might be down. See if I can get a number on either of those guys. Looks like, let's see. Still can't tell. So 52, that's Anthony Lewis, I think, getting up. And then Brian Lane. So basically your superstars on the defensive line going down. But those guys made a big-time play there to force Gardner into this. But send a timeout. Those guys need to get out there. Gardner's ready to go because the clock will stop once the officials get the ball back in play at the 31. So instead of a foot, the fumbled snap went between the legs of McClure. It's going to be 4th down and 4. Blazers need the 27-yard line just inside of it. Going to try to throw for McClure in trouble. Keeps it to himself, runs out wide, dives for the 1st down marker, and it's going to be close. If they don't mark it, the Firebirds are celebrating. They think they've stopped them. We haven't seen where they marked the football yet, but if it's shy of the 27, looks like it's at the 28.5, and the Firebirds have held. 1:02 remaining, and Free State will take over the football. No timeouts left for Gardner. We're just a snap or two away from this being a Free State win.
Boy, let's go back and talk about ball security. Gardner didn't turn it over, but that drop snap
basically was a turnover.
Yes, it was, boy, and I feel bad for that young man at quarterback because he has played a great game. And what he's going to remember is dropping that snap.
And credit the Firebirds, as soon as the ball was on the ground, Free State getting there in a hurry, and you felt like that was going to be a handoff to Dewey, didn't you?
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
That just blew up the entire play.
Yep.
And so Free State now in victory formation. They'll snap it. Jet will take a knee. And with 40 seconds on the clock, only one more snap, and this game will be over. Free State will improve to 3-1 on the season. And, boy, Gardner just snake bit 2 weeks in a row, losing close games to Olathe South 34-30, and now to Free State in a 21-13 game that, quite honestly, felt a little bit closer than 21-13.
Absolutely. This has been an entertaining and exciting high school football game tonight. And if anybody looks at this score and thinks that, Free State squeaked out against a lesser opponent just because of Gardner's record, I would beg to differ.
I agree with you on that one. This is a team, again, first-year head coach, a lot to learn. Hard to play those first two games and learn when you're playing Mill Valley and Olathe North. But the last 2 weeks, you can see where this team is headed.
Yep.
You know what the identity is, and this team's going to get better at doing some of those simple things. And a couple of simple mistakes tonight that may have cost them. They're not going to make those mistakes here in another couple of weeks. Final score at Free State, 21-13. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, Craig Hershiser and I will wrap this thing up. Anything we need to read for the postgame show? And 39 seconds of the fourth quarter. Outside of that, Free State's and Gardner Edgerton toe-and-toe. I mean, Craig, this game was super close throughout. Free State wins it 21-13, but that's just the kind of game we had tonight.
You know what? I love this win. I really do. I don't care that Gardner has not won a game yet this year. This was a tough, physical football game. Free State stood in there, and they played a physical game, and this is the kind of thing that a couple games down the schedule, this win tonight will really pay off.
And playing Gardner in week 1, 2, 3, 4, much better than playing them in weeks 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh yeah,
because you can see everything coming together for this Gardner team. Let's recap the scoring for you quickly. Free State wins it 21-13. It all got started in the first quarter when Carter Dewey, who I felt like he had 100 carries tonight, so straight into the pile. 11-yard touchdown run. Gardner took the lead. It was 7-0 after a slow start for both teams. Firebirds, though, answered 2 minutes, 5 seconds later. Deneen, Jet Deneen on a 34-yard touchdown run where he just heads to the outside, turned the corner, and, I mean, nobody there. He could have walked it in from 34 out. Free State then coming back and scoring the most electric play of the night, maybe in the entire northeast Kansas area. Jet Deneen's 67-yard touchdown run where probably covered closer to 100 yards, broke several tackles, and put Free State on top. It was 14-7. Right before the end of the half, McClure, 28-yard field goal. Got ourselves a ball game. It's 14-10. Plus, Craig Gardner was getting the football in the third quarter.
Yeah, and, things were looking really good for them. I mean, they ended the half exactly as they needed to. They kept the ball for over 4 minutes, wound up with a score, get the ball back for the second half. Game on.
So we're all ready for the third quarter, right? Going to be exciting, going to be fun, and then nobody scores. So we head to the fourth quarter. It's a 14-10 game. Firebirds then really with the most important touchdown of the night, the 10:40 mark, 3-yard TD run from Dash Cleveland to make it 21-10. And with that Gardner offense, you wondered if it could score quick, and then bang, first play, McClure goes 50 yards, back in business. Firebirds hold the Blazers, though, to a field goal from 33 yards to make it 21-13, and things worked exactly like Gardner wanted. held Free State, got the football back, had a short field, but just ran out of time.
And an unfortunate drop of the snap, and
Yep.
McClure, who played so well all night, just the victim of the moment. And Free State, very alert, tackle for loss. They hold, run out the clock, game over.
60 seconds left, needed about 20 yards. It was third and a foot. You fumble the football, you got to set up on a 4th and long, and then you don't get it.
Yeah.
Firebirds snap it 2 times, and the game is over. It was fun tonight. Final score, Free State knocking off Gardner 21-13. Big thanks to everyone who made tonight possible. Richie Boswell, Zane Kanji back at the station. Hey, he's Craig Hershiser. It was fun.
Yes, it was.
I'm Kevin Romery. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Final score for the final time. Free State